Good Saturday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Byron Douglas. We've had some severe thunderstorm warnings in the last couple counties, Hopkins and Muhlenberg. We'll take a look at that in a moment. I think we're going to be in good shape for this afternoon's heat advisory. That's going to end here. Generally not going to be a factor. We still have a damaging wind and flash flooding threat. These areas north of Interstate 64 had an isolated tornado threat, but I think we're in much better shape there, and I'll explain here in a moment. So there's the alert day. Still have that potential, the greatest risk for some flash flooding. I'll push this forward. We're up here on Facebook so I can see your comments. We have folks already watching down in Dawson Springs. Pretty good storm there in progress. There's a look at these flash flood warnings. Include virtually all of our counties, the latest: Union, Henderson, Davis, generally all counties across southwest Indiana. Numerous reports of flooded roads. Do be careful. Might need some new warnings for additional counties to our south because you got pretty good rates of rainfall down in the Madisonville area. And these warnings will go until 7:45. I'll have more coming up at 14 News at 6 o'clock. So the areas there in blue are flash flood warnings. And the yellow polygons indicate some severe thunderstorm warnings, but those, I believe, cleared here at 4:30. Yes, they have. So we had a severe thunderstorm warning. We cut in on the TV side for Hopkins, covering Madisonville. Heaviest rates of rainfall are down through Earlington. You know what? This is encouraging. The lightning has eased here across the viewing area. It's down into Butler and Warren counties, down through Bowling Green. Still have some lightning in Hartford and Beaver Dam. We turn off our generators here at the station. No lightning across the metro area right now. So this is the strongest cell. It's sub-severe. You get to Graham, DePoy, Highway 62. Some of those areas and those low spots can flood pretty quickly. So we're just going to do some nowcasting. If you're tuning in on our 14 First Alert weather app, Central City, Greenville, those areas there in red indicate some heavier bands of showers. From Madisonville, Hanson, up to about Earlington, and we mentioned Dawson Springs. Now, we had some Peter marble size hail earlier. This is encouraging, so I don't think we're going to see much. Maybe down towards Drakesboro, the Hamburger Stand there, Greenville, Cleveland, and Central City. There's a case out towards for some Peter marble size hail. But as I mentioned, we had some larger hail cores earlier. And I removed the rain, the velocity tables. The highest wind I clocked was down to Sacramento, Bremen, about 40 miles an hour. So right now, this is sub-severe, so you don't see any tight couplets and kind of broad circulation overall as far as the showers are concerned. So I'll take this full here and let you, and I'm going to go back and look and see what comments we've had. And as I mentioned, we'll have more coming up here at 6. Look, if you guys have any rain reports, they're appreciated. It helps us match, and we can pass those along to the National Weather Service. Dawn in Princeton, thanks for tuning in. Julie as well. Brittany in Evansville. And Emma says story being pretty good there in Madisonville. Power went out and flickered a few times. That was the last severe thunderstorm warning we had on the board, but no reports there of any damage. And Sheila's tuning in, so we do appreciate it. So I can go over there. There's a look at the storm there in Madisonville. So maybe still a little lightning down through the Grapevine area, Nortonville. You said that latest strike that just populated there. I'll highlight that as you get down from Madisonville, Earlington into Nortonville, Dawson Springs, Highway 109 out towards about Beulah, Bremen, Greenville out to about Central City. So those lightning strikes have eased, and then along Highway 85 and 431, some lightning strikes there in those locations. And then east of Fordsville out towards Caneyville, that now is clearing our viewing area. So we'll see these additional showers, but the severity of the storm has eased a bit. We still can see that severe thunderstorm warning or two, so we're just making some additional stops here on Doppler radar. For the most part, it's just rain, and hopefully I'll get you back out to a wide view in a moment, and I'll take a look. Here's the latest computer guidance as we go hour by hour. So here we are at 4:30. These showers across western Kentucky, and hopefully we won't see a lot of development as we go through this evening. So that's encouraging. And we'll take the 7-day here full. As I mentioned, we'll have more coming up at 14 News. There's a look now. If we go into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then into next week, we're looking at a heat wave overall. Sharon there in Central City, thank you. And Melissa, it's pouring pretty good there in Dawson Springs. Yeah, Stephanie, I would agree. We're looking forward to some drier weather, no doubt about that. And I'm going to take you back to Doppler radar, and then we'll send you on your way, and then we'll have more on our 14 First Alert weather app as we go through this evening. So appreciate tuning in. we'll take a look at these flood warnings one additional time. There's a look here at the flood warnings as we update our maps coming at you right now. As our maps are resetting here, the flash flood warnings really across our entire viewing area goes until about 7:45. Those areas there in blue, but the heavier rates of rainfall are shifting down into areas there of Webster, Hopkins, and McLean counties. No warnings yet for Muhlenberg and Ohio counties, but you guys would be next if the National Weather Service adds any additional warnings. There's a look there at Doppler radar. We'll end there. We'll have more coming up at 14 News at 6. I do appreciate your reports. Do be safe. Additional alert days all into next week. We'll talk to you soon.